Let me make sure this looks fabulous. Hello, everybody. Hi, how are we all doing? Welcome back to my BeauTuber spa. Today, we are in the beautiful and luxurious spa that is my parents' house in the suburbs. Woo! We have a lot to catch up on. First of all, I was just outside for like an extended period of time, and I think I got ever so slightly sunburned, which I'm ever so slightly happy about. 2, they are working on my house this weekend. Finally. Number 3, it is Saturday. Trinity and I just realized that that's 6. Trinity and I are getting dressed, doing our makeup, going out to the little buildings downtown, and we're gonna go out and drink and have fun. And I thought today we could talk about something new. Do a full little get ready with me, because that is my favorite thing to do, is do my makeup and chat. Also, this towel is like for dramatic effect because I can't wash my hair until tomorrow, but I didn't want to come on here like this. So what I have been doing lately, I, for the first time in years, have been out dating men. And I know this is gonna surprise you because I am a loud bitch and I tell you all everything, and I've kept this one in my back pocket. I've been keeping it in my back pocket because I like to really process things before I share. And I have taken some mental notes that I am ready to acknowledge with you. I thought that I could start with a category called the worst 3 things that men have said to me on dates that will make me never speak to them again. For all my straights out there, I know there is a community of you watching this. If you go on a date with some bitch and you're into her, I'm gonna tell you what not to say. I remember in Grey's Anatomy, there was a point where Meredith, she was out dating new guys after Derek, and she was always waiting for the guy to say the thing that was the wrong thing, the thing that you cannot say to this bitch or she will run. Look at me. Hi, I'm a runner. I'm about to run away to fucking Albuquerque and you won't know because you said XYZ. I've never been to fucking Albuquerque. And I'm gonna tell you what those 3 things are. Let me blend first. Number 1. I was in Vegas one weekend. My friend was having a birthday and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to wear my little outfits. I'm gonna wear my little heels. I'm gonna go out to the club. I'm gonna get drunk. I'm excited. I'm having a good time. I go to Omnia nightclub. You should most definitely go there. You will leave with your ears bleeding if you're into that kind of thing. So I'm sitting there and I am like, okay, I'm gonna go sit at the bar, have a nice little drink. I am a few tequila sodas in. That is my go-to drink. Every time I go to a bar, I get a tequila soda with 2 limes. If they forget the 2 limes, I mean, that's okay, but I'm like sad about it for sure. I'm sitting at the bar and I'm talking to this guy. We're dancing, we're romancing. I, as everyone knows, have a very small bladder. Like, I have to pee at least once an hour. It's annoying, it's inconvenient. I wish I wasn't this way, but I just am. So I look at this guy and I'm like, hey, Duty McDillon, I have to go to the bathroom. I will be right back. And I stand up from the bar and he looks me up and he looks me down. And then he looks me back up and then he looks me back down. Like I am on fucking Tower of Terror or some shit. And then he looks at me in my face and he says, aw, dang, I would totally date you if you weren't so damn tall. And he's like, next time you come to the club, you shouldn't wear those shoes because you're just too tall. This is not the first time I've had this conversation with one of these little itty bitty boys. I've dated a guy that was 5'6", okay? I have no shame in the game. I'm 5'10". You know who else is 5'10"? Blake Lively. EXO, Gossip Girl. You get exiled from the class and you were never seen again. Be gone, itty bitty boy. Sorry, I would like to add that itty bitty boy isn't necessarily a height thing. Itty bitty boy is more in reference to one's overall aura that they present. So any man that kind of sucks, I refer to as an itty bitty boy. It's not a, interesting in either way. Number 2, this was just recently, and it might even be too recent for comfort. I meet this guy in Denver. And his whole thing is, he is brilliant. He is so unbelievably successful. He is the top Denver dude, creme de la creme. That was basically his description of himself. Hello, wave the buoy. I see a red flag on the horizon. Anyway, I ended up going out with this guy twice. Once was enough, but I went out with this guy twice. I don't like telling men in specific what I do, because what are they gonna do? When you say, hey, I am a YouTuber, they're gonna open youtube.com, they're gonna type in Morgan Adams, and they are gonna see my whole life right there. Anything they wanna know, they can find. So I've had problems with that before, where I go out with men and they are always like, okay. So I met this guy, I was like, I'm not gonna tell him what I do until I actually get there. We go on this first date, whatever. I tell him what I do, he's like, oh, cool, whatever. We move on. We have a nice time. We have some drinks, we have some dessert. I go home my merry way. Second date comes around, and one of the first things he says to me is, oh, you dodged a bullet. I'm thinking, And he says, I have decided that I'm not going to Google you. And I was like, okay, dumbass, I've Googled you. If I'm going out with a man, I want to know that they haven't been in prison for murder. I want to know that they don't have some crazy scandal. Well, I'm one to talk, but anyway, he's like, yeah, you dodged a bullet. I didn't Google you because I don't really care about you that much to like have to Google you. Okay, what did you do? Fucking Yahoo me? Like, I don't know. It is weird to, one, not look someone up. It is even weirder to mention to them that you didn't look them up. It goes on, whatever. I'm asking about his job. He's telling me how unbelievably brilliant and successful he is and how he went to the greatest college in the country that is very comparable to every other university in the country, but in his mind, it is just unbelievably the greatest. And he said, at my school, we actually did studying. We didn't party. We did studying. And I was like, sir, that's the fucking point. So he looks at me and he says, well, Morgan, I think your YouTube hobby is very cute, but at what age are you going to get a real job so you can have an income? This is the face I gave him for probably 30 seconds. And then I just decided not to answer. I went home and I was really sad because I was like, fucking shit. Is this what every man thinks of me? Now, keep in mind, these are all recent. I am talking February 2022. These are the men that I have been out with. So number 3, my third notable no for the month. I get a text just a few days ago, actually, that reads, and I quote, would it be outrageous to ask if I can work for Ryland and Shane? Yes! Yes, that is absolutely, unbelievably, and amazingly outrageous of you to ask me, sir. Typically, my main red flag is almost, I would say 90% of straights that I meet, the second I meet them, tell me that they want to have a podcast, and at that moment I'm typically gone. Because it's not like a sweet, cute little like, oh, my lifelong dream is to have a podcast. It's like, oh, do you know anyone in the podcasting world or like the agencies that are good for podcasting where I can really blow my podcast up? Because like I really think I could be the next Logan Paul or Cody Co or like Nelk Boys. Homie, shut the fuck up, and go do it yourself. Do I look like I have the straights on my side? Do I look like I have the podcast audience of the Dobricks, of the Paulers, of the Nelk Boys? No. Let me finish my drink in peace. It's unbelievable. And the reason that I am pointing these out is because ladies, girls, gays, even the straights, our standards are high. If you meet someone that is willing to say some disrespectful ass shit day 1, what do you think they're gonna say day 5,092? Some more disrespectful shit. This is actually my other rule that I will share with you because I share this with all of my friends. And I know it sounds harsh. Maybe it sounds a little vain. Maybe it sounds a little asshole-like. Am I the asshole? Maybe. If you kiss him one time and you do not like it, you do not feel a connection, you do not feel like that va-va-voom, walk away then. That's the rule that I live by. Kiss one, no spark, there is no kiss two. There is no leading this person on. And that is just personal preference. But from experience, every time I've gone back for a round two, when I didn't like a round one, it did not end the way that I wanted it to. Just saying. And also, I have met a lot of very, very lovely men, those whom I respect enough and I admire enough that I would never come on here and talk about them. Because those are the ones that break my heart, and I'm just not gonna own up to that. Like, come on, come on. I have finally found the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand. I went to Sephora one morning, like right when it opened, and they had one left, and the guy at the checkout counter was like, "You are the lucky winner of the day." And I was like, hell yeah, I am. So I love this. Will I ever find one again in the store because it's impossible to find in store? Probably not, but I will embrace it while I have it. I've had my heart crushed a few times. I'm gonna be honest. Does it feel good? Absolutely not. There are times that I've literally thought I was going to die because I was so sad over a man. Whatever healing process that you choose to do is whatever healing process you choose to do. I choose to run away. Bop, 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 bop. I'm all over this place. You can't find me. Why? Because I am sprinting away. That doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. It doesn't mean that you won't find someone else. It doesn't mean that it's not okay that things didn't work out, because I've been really, lately I have been into the whole, you know, kind of spiritual thought of like divine timing, and wherever we are is wherever we're meant to be, and whatever hurts us is meant to build us up in some way, and whatever builds us up in some way is meant to break us in some way. Equilibrium, baby. You gotta lose some to gain some. You gotta have bad days to have good days. You gotta have bad relationships to have good relationships. Every person you meet has a purpose. Whether that's a great lesson you learn from them, whether that's a horrible lesson you learn from them, it's still a lesson. It's still worth something. Divine timing. And if you know, have like lost someone, or if you're just recently like breaking up with someone, or whatever. Rule number 1, girls, they always come back. Rule number 2, always remember rule number 1. Rule number 3, fuck them. I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm just kidding. Rule number 3 isn't a part of it. My makeup looks crazy on camera. I look like... Is that a sign? God? He's like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Let Oprah do the speaking. Summer is upon us. People are gonna start going out again. People are gonna start being happy again. The winter depression is about to have a worldwide lift. If you are a type of person that you're gonna go off and you're gonna treat someone well, and you're gonna give someone your good intentions and your good heart and your full capacity, don't let them treat you like you are option number 4, because realistically, you might be. It's a worldwide mess. Like my grandma says, as long as you're having fun, go off. Go off, bitch. Go off. Let's do some eyeshadow. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what your job is. It doesn't matter how you dress. If someone does not treat you with respect, sayonara, senor. This is the scary part, but you can't let it scare you. And I'm gonna put on lashes because why not? But I've been seeing people cut them in half. Like I told you that I was on Accutane. I had to start taking birth control when I was 15 because of Accutane, and you have to like prove to them that you have 2 different forms of birth control, whatever. So I have been taking birth control since I was 15 years old. I'm 24. I've been taking birth control for 9 years. Watching these videos of these girls, and they just say that once they get off birth control, their life improves so much, like their mood, their weight, their hormones, everything. But I'm a little scared to get off birth control because I've been on it for so long, and I don't know exactly what the withdrawal would be like or what the symptoms would be like. And also, I already have bad acne with birth control. So if I stop taking birth control, is my acne going to get 10 times worse? I have no idea. It's just something that I've been thinking about doing. So if something happens and I start going crazy, you could be like, oh, Morgan's going crazy because she stopped taking her birth control. And also, I'm taking birth control for what? These men who don't care about me at all? fuck off. But if any of my friends out there have stopped taking birth control after a long amount of time and want to share what that was like with me, feel free, because that's what I'm thinking about doing. The makeup is done. We have to do our hair and we have to find an outfit. Yes. So we go to the bar. I was really nervous at first, but then we got this margarita. I really sucked that sucker down. Then I was feeling a little more confident in my capabilities. This bartender asked me to take a photo of him. What's up, Chris? I got this photo of me in the bathroom. I made friends with this girl. When we got home, Trinity made me these French toast sticks, but I fell asleep before I could eat them. This was me after I woke up and she was about to make me some more breakfast. She fucking made this with her 2 hands. And now we can go on with our Sunday.
Well, I decided I'm going in the front door. Morgan is going in the other door. OMG.
So you have to be really careful because there's no porch. So a couple days ago I came out here and I didn't know they had taken the stairs down. And I opened the door and I was like, whoop! What I have to show you today, my little chickens, is that there is no longer a front porch. She's been ready to beat me all week.
Yeah, you have no filter. So this.
What does that mean? What did I say that offended you?
Grandma, you want to eat the booger I just picked?
No, ask Grandma if she wanted to go to the club and get sucked and bucked.
I'm keeping this. This is my new. Let's get clean up your act.
My mom is mad at me because she says I don't have a filter, but really what I've been doing is after watching Inventing Anna, I really want to have an accent and I like to walk around and tell people, what is on your feet?
We are tired of that.
You look poor. There's these little twin doors, which I always felt a little weird about because I'm like, okay, you're gonna have 2 people and they're gonna meet on this world's smallest balcony. I don't know about that. So we're taking out this balcony completely. Instead of having a deck up here, there's gonna be a deck outside of the primary. Do you see that? I'm literally crying. Will be a new front porch that is a little front porchy. I'm gonna be honest with you, I took a poop pill and it kind of just hit, so I'm like nervously sweating. I don't know how interested everyone is about the inner workings and like the issues that we've been finding. Well, up until this week, we are gonna put in-floor heating everywhere except for the room above the garage because we didn't want to have to rip apart the garage ceiling. They had to rip a chunk of the ceiling out for something else, and all of the insulation had black mold in it. So now I guess we're just redoing the entire garage as well. It's a good thing because now we can put in-floor heating everywhere, including the room that's above the garage. So happy mistake. We can open the door. Welcome inside. Nice. I don't know where my mom is with that stick, and it's giving me anxiety that she's just gonna come out of nowhere and whack me in the head. You know what that feels like? Clue, and it's gonna be like, Morgan was killed in the kitchen with a pipe. This is where the old stairs down were, and now it's framed up because it's going to be a floor. Have cut these gigantic holes. There's one in the floor and one upstairs. Okay, so they moved the stairs for a temporary access point. Those aren't gonna be the stairs. Oh, do you trust that?
Well, we have to start to or we're not gonna be able to go down it.
As we all know, the house came with a lot of gaps, a lot of cracks. So they are currently working on filling the gaps and the cracks. Example A, new floor. Ooh, someone had Qdoba. I wonder what they got. From the basement, you can see all the way up and all the way back down.
Maybe you should put a statue that comes clear up to here.
Of myself?
Of yourself.
Like, can I make myself skinnier
and
less acne?
You don't have acne. You know the Marilyn Monroe statue in Palm Springs?
Yeah.
That's gonna be you.
Oh my gosh, and it could be the centerpiece. And no, it could be like a fountain and water could come out of my mouth.
Let's make it come out of your ear. You think Dad decided not to come?
He just pulled up. What are those shoes? You look poor.
You know,
I love these shoes.
Stop.
She's gonna get the stick. I bet Mom can't wait to swing on the rope all summer. All right, let's see it, cowgirl.
Ready? Yeah.
Oh, don't hit yourself into the tree, Mom! Oh my God.
Wow, your house is fun.
Right?
Boom.
I guess that's really all we have to show you today. I still have candy in the back of the car. I guess with that being said, that is the end of the video. Any final words?
None.
Well, I hope you all have a chicken-tastic day.
I like this sweater.
I hope your mom
steal
doesn't hit you with a pole.
Should I go get my pole? I might need it.
Yeah, you might. We're gonna go to the tile store. Love you all, bye! So looking back, I feel like there's a lot that just happened in the past 20 minutes. And that just didn't feel like a proper goodbye after this journey that we've been on together. So I wanted to give you a proper goodbye. Good night to all. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you have a wonderful April. I hope that all of your dreams, your wishes, your hopes, your desires come true this week. And yeah, I'm rooting for you and I love you. And it's midnight, so I'm going to bed, okay? Goodbye!